I'm writing a script for a video about writing scripts. I think my head is going to explode. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at how I write scripts for my videos. So let's start off by going over why I write a script, because my guess is that many content creators don't even do this. For me, in this early stage of creating content, I really struggle talking to a camera. And if I'm being honest, I actually struggle talking to people face to face as well. However, having spent the last 15 years writing professionally, I'm pretty darn good at putting my thoughts to paper. So for me personally, writing a script is simply leveraging a strength to overcome a weakness. Now, this approach does have its drawbacks, the most obvious of which is the time invested in writing the script. Many people say, just hit record, and I totally get the sentiment behind that idea. Not so obvious is the fact that I don't write the way I speak. As a result, my videos come off as if I'm reading from a script, because I am reading from a script. Nevertheless, for me, that's how I choose to proceed, and hopefully I'll eventually be able to speak off the cuff. Getting into the process itself, the first step is to select a topic, and that verb select is key. My mind is flooded with ideas for videos, but I need to keep my imagination in check, and so I ask myself 5 questions. So, do I have the skill to create that video? Do I have the equipment to create that video? Do I have the time to create the video? Will people want to watch the video? And finally, is the subject monetizable? The answers to these questions help me narrow down my choice for the topic of my next video. So, for example, when trying to come up with the topic for the example video in this series, one of my favorite topics will not be monetized by YouTube. I can't even tell you what it is, but you probably already know. Now, of course, I'll continue to make those videos because it's a passion of mine. Nevertheless, for this series, I wanted to keep it monetizable. I also considered a review of my truck for the example video, and that would certainly be monetizable. However, do I have the skills? Do I have the equipment for that type of video? Maybe. But really, do I have the time for that complex of a video? And the answer is right now, no, I don't. Now, I've recently had the urge to improve my physical condition, and there's a series of workout videos that I want to try. These videos require the use of a sandbag, so I went on Amazon and I bought one. I think a review of that sandbag would be a great topic for the example video. So I definitely have the skill and the equipment to create the video. The video won't be so complex that I wouldn't have the time to do it. It should certainly be monetizable, and fitness is a popular topic on YouTube. Once I've selected a topic, I like to break that topic down into subtopics in sequence, somewhat similar to an outline. So, of course, I like to start my videos with a greeting. Next, I typically include an introduction so that viewers know what they're getting themselves into. For this video, I'd like to introduce my motivation and plant the idea that there may be more to follow on this topic. Now I can move on to the unboxing. This will lead into a discussion of the quality of the components. Next, I can talk about the weight range of the product. At this point, I'll move on to adding the sand. Finally, I'll talk about how it feels and predict its usability. Before wrapping up, I'll do a teaser for an upcoming video. And I'll end with the usual call to action. Now I have a solid framework on which to build. I suspect that for some creators, this is probably enough to get started on the video. For me, however, I am going to start expanding these subtopics into an actual script. So I am going to write out my greeting. For my introduction, I could say, in this video, we will be taking a look at the Garage Fit 25 to 75 pound fitness sandbag. We'll talk about the construction and quality, we'll fill it with sand, and we'll see how it feels in the hands. Now that they know what the video is about, I can talk about my motivation. So, in the past couple of years, I've gotten older, lazier, and fatter. Two of those things I can change. The third is unfortunate but highly desirable, and the alternative is death. To address my sloth, I've decided to begin a workout program from home. Now, this program does not require a lot of equipment, but one of the things it does call for is a sandbag. At this point, I'll move on to the unboxing. So, I snagged this bag from Amazon for around 90 bucks. Let's see what we've got. There's an outer bag, 2 inner bags, and some very basic instructions. Turning to quality, the outer bag is constructed of a very heavy synthetic, which is very stiff and coarse to the touch. The zipper is pretty heavy, but it seems to be made of nylon rather than metal. The stitching, on the other hand, is tripled, and the ends of the opening are heavily reinforced. We have 8 handles in total, and they are made from what appears to be seatbelt material. The stitching for these handles is copious and should hold up well. The inner bags are likewise constructed of a heavy synthetic material, and the seams are double folded and double stitched. The openings are secured with 2 layers of this crazy strong Velcro. Man, that stuff is difficult to get apart, which is great. I cannot imagine these ever coming open in use. Now we can talk about the weight. As you can see, these 2 inner bags are labeled for their weight. Assuming we fill them to capacity, we will effectively have 3 weights from which to choose: 25, 50, or 75 pounds. At this point, I think you get the idea. Now, some of the stuff for this script, I really don't know about at this point. So, for example, I haven't filled the bag with sand yet, so I really don't know what my reaction to that will be. So if I wanted to continue the script now, I would basically just have to guess at what my reaction would be. What's probably a better solution, and what I'll actually end up doing, is I'll wait till I get to making that part of the video, and I'll just complete my script then. The question now is, will I read this verbatim? And the answer is some of it I actually will. Other parts of it I'll try to get the idea into my head and then express that idea using similar wording. And that's just to exercise my ability to speak off the cuff. Now that I have the story, I can continue to expand on it by adding notes about how I'd like to shoot the video. However, for now, I think I'll leave that until the next video when I start shooting the A-roll. So, like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.